I am JD Lipa. I'm the Director of Manufacturing Operations for JNATO Resource Corporation. I've been with JNATO for quite a while. When this position opened up, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this. I want to kind of give it back. I was always impressed with the work that JNATO does. Back when I was graduating from high school, we could not get student loans to go to college. And so my parents sat down with me and said, so what are you going to do? Because we don't have the money for you to go to school, obviously. And I said, well, I was going to go in the military anyway. I was a junior at that time, and the Army Reserves had what was called a split option training. So I was able to go through and do my basic training between my junior and senior year. So I got that out of the way, and then when I graduated from high school, then I went into the Ranger. I kind of wish that we had like other countries where every young man had to go and do military service. I think it teaches you a lot of responsibility. It teaches you teamwork, how to deal with very stressful situations, and how to become a leader. I got out of the military. I was always a musician and singer. So when I got out of the military, I went right into a heavy metal band, and I did that for years. And was playing. I did it on the road. It was in LA for a while, Chicago, and ended up in Chicago. And then I got married, and my wife says, I think it's time you get a real job. I said, I have a real job. I was singer in a band, and we do this from Thursday to Sundays. Then I want you to have a great job. So I got a job with my brother-in-law, who was shipping and receiving manager. And so I worked there for almost 10 years and started sweeping the floors at like minimum wage. And by the time I left there, I was a supervisor, and I was making over six figures in that year. So it can be done. You just got to work hard. Whatever I did, I wanted to be the best at, and I wanted to do it very fast, very accurately, and that carried over. It really did into my career, and I'm very appreciative of that. As I get older, I try to work smarter and not harder, where when I was younger, I can work harder and not smarter. So that's the major way that I've changed. I try to do things from an academic standpoint of view rather than just getting in there, rolling up my sleeves and just outworking a problem. Manufacturing is not simple anymore. It's grown. You have to be able to program machines. You have to be able to have logic. When you're looking at PLCs, it's logic ladders. So your mind has to work that way. So yes, you still have the physical part of it, but now which is what we do here. We try to teach people, do the programming. That's why we have the math, why we have the reading program, because you're going to need that as you go on. So I try to keep it real. I want these students to understand what they're going to be up against and what life is going to be like when they walk out of here and they get that job. Okay? It's not going to be easy. They're going to go through a trial period. You got 90 days to prove yourself. That means you got to show up every day. You have to show up on turn. But look at me. I started out sweeping floors. If you perform and you perform well and you do what you're supposed to do, companies want to promote from within. They want to see you at work. If you're not there, you're not going to make it. So my main thing is to try to keep it as real as possible here. Then of course I am, over the instructors. So I'm mentoring them, tutoring them, trying to get them, in their personal growth. Where are you going with your career? So not only do, I try to help them out with the day-to-day operations of everything that's going on here, but I want to keep them focused on them growing and them attaining their dream. I thank all the veterans who I know and who I don't know, who I've served with, and especially those heroes that never make it back.